Good morning and welcome to PSJA Java Chat, your morning chat with your favorite PSJA ISD Instructional Technology Integration Specialist, where we discuss EdTech tools and trends with invited guests and, of course, our morning coffee. Welcome to PSJA Java Chat Episode 9. Today we're joined by Yessenia Hernandez, a special education teacher at Farias Elementary. Yesenia is passionate about integrating technology in the classroom. She believes that using tools like Gimkit, Nearpod, Newsela, and others not only engages students but also equips them with the essential tech skills.
All right, welcome everybody and good morning. Welcome to our Java Chat this morning. Today we have a great innovator with us from Farias Elementary, Yessenia Hernandez. Yesenia, thank you for joining us today. Would you please let's start out by you telling us about yourself, your educational experience, and anything you'd like to let us know about yourself.
Okay. Like you said, my name is Yessenia Hernandez. I'm at Farias Elementary. I've been at Farias Elementary 10 years. I've been teaching for 18 years. I did 8 years from kinder through 3rd grade. And then this is my 10th year in special ed with resource.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is your 18th year?
Yes.
Wow, cool.
So I did a little bit of everything. I got moved from kinder to 1st to 2nd to 3rd. And then there was an opportunity to come into special ed. I had done it at some point for a short time in life skills, and this time was resource. And the principal was like, would you be interested? And I love it. Mm-hmm. It's a very fast-paced world between the kids, the paperwork, the meetings, parents. But I really do like the speed that we have to be at on a constant. Yes.
That's great that you have a lot of experience with all the different levels. And so in resource, you probably have all the different levels as well.
Yes. I see students from pre-K all the way through 5th grade.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Really well-rounded teacher we have here today. So, hey, Yesenia, I have a question for you. How did you get into instructional technology? I'm sorry. How did you get into using instructional technology in your classroom? If you can share with us the types of technology tools that you use with your students and have them create things for you.
So pre-COVID, the one thing that I liked doing with my students was having them do research because they had projects, whether it was like for science, for social studies. So that was the times when we had 4 desktops in the classroom, but the kids were working in groups, and then they would take turns doing their research. And then that turned into a poster or a class report, even a slide. They would get to put in all that information in a slide. Then I could put it together in a PowerPoint for them, and then we would use it like that. Fast forward 2020, now everybody has access to a device, and that changes completely because now they have the power to research everything and anything. And now even if you don't want them jumping from tab to tab, they are, because you said something or they read about something. And now they have that exposure that we would like for all our kids to have. So they're reading, whether it's about seasons or a certain animal. I know we had students on campus that they did a whole project on like different animals. And again, being in the Valley, we don't have exposure to a lot, but they get to use their device and make that, do that research and learn, and then put a whole project together.
Oh no, keep going.
And now it's different. And I mean, personally, being in special ed, I like technology and the fact that we can differentiate for our kids. Because of all the apps that we have, you assign through Google Classroom, and now every student has that particular lesson individualized for them, which helps tremendously because then everything they're doing has been tailored to them. And they love technology. They really do.
I love that answer. And actually, I'm gonna kind of spin off a little bit from what you were just saying. Your next question is about differentiating lessons. So how do you use technology to be able to differentiate those lessons for the students?
So one of the biggest things, again, pre-COVID, is when a student needs that assistance with the reading. Now you're having to split yourself up between all of your kids and having to read whatever it is that they're doing. Now that they have their own device, you can pre-record whatever it is that they need. So now they have that assignment, they put on their headphones and they can still listen to their questions being read to them, the stories, or whatever it is that they're working on, which makes it so much nicer because you've essentially split yourself up amongst your students. And now they're asking you for assistance if they still need it, but they have that lesson just for them, which is, I mean, in our world, especially, again, special education is amazing.
So what tools are you like using, like a mode or recording for your recording your voice?
Yes, because like on Google Classroom, you can record yourself. Or then again, we have so many apps that the district has to offer. Now you can turn around and assign through these particular apps, and the students go through their assignments and it's been tailored for them. Which makes it so much nicer because now they're working on what they need.
Great. I love that.
And you're so right about, being able to differentiate. And I think technology really helps in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So can you describe for us, Yesenia, like what is your all-time favorite like technology activity that you've done with your students?
It has to be like when my kids would do research. I know the last one that we had, which they had a lot of fun, was during COVID, because it was science. Kids love science. And they were doing a research on our universe. So whether they picked a planet or the sun, now they're getting to learn all these facts and then putting it together on a slide. And then they really, really enjoyed being able to share their screen. So now the other students in the group get to see what they're doing. And of course, now they feel like the teacher because I have access to everybody's screen and they're seeing what I'm seeing and I get to explain. And that's fun for the kids. And it's very interesting to see how they pick up so quick the technology. Sometimes you'd wish they weren't as fast because we can't keep up with what they're doing sometimes, but they learn it. And I mean, there's things that they do on their device that I'm like, okay, wait, what did you do? Because they're that quick.
I think sometimes they know more than us, right?
Yes, they do.
And I like what you said that helps them feel like the teacher, because I think when you're able to teach something, you know it.
Yes.
So that's awesome. So neat activity. Thank you for sharing.
Alrighty. Yesenia, I want to ask you something that's a little bit, we're going to shift gears here a little bit and go outside of the classroom. Thinking about your personal time outside of work, how has the use of technology changed or evolved for yourself?
If you were to ask my kids, they'd say, just look at her phone. They cannot believe how many apps I have on my phone. And I mean, it's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing when it's not working for us, but I live off technology between my iPad and my phone, my calendar, my apps. I mean, it's all there, whether it's lessons, that reminder that you have a meeting. Again, being in special ed, sometimes we have to hold meetings through like Teams. But I know personally, technology is the way to go for me. It's made it so much easier. I don't have to carry a backpack full of books or notebooks. I carry a tablet with me and it's all there. Again, it's a bad thing if we don't have internet or I forgot to charge my device, which is rare, but it does happen. Then we're in trouble.
I want to follow that up with another small question here, Yesenia. So you were talking about if your kids saw your phone and they see all your apps and stuff like that. Can you tell us at least maybe your favorite app or the one that you use the most, or maybe your top 3 apps that you use the most?
I do have Canva on my phone. because I love the ability to create for my students. If I'm gonna, even if you're gonna send a note home to parents, it's something different than me just typing out. The other one would be Class Dojo, because I get to communicate with my parents at all times. And then of course all the food apps, which make it so much easier to get breakfast, lunch, dinner. Any restaurant that doesn't take apps, I'm like, okay, we are in 2024. Why are we still not?
I totally feel you on that one.
We need a food app for cans and kegs.
The breakfast.
Right?
Yes.
So we want to like ask you to reflect a little bit on some advice. What would you give a teacher that is reluctant to integrate technology in her classroom? Like, what would you tell that teacher?
It gets easier once we use it. It is scary. And then especially again, when you put all of, like, let's say you've put all of your lesson on Google Classroom, and then you come in and the internet is out. But it does get easier, and you do get a lot of student engagement. The involvement is there because the kids love it.
Yeah.
Tutoring, and they want asking for quizzes. And it's an awesome app in the sense that they have to do all of their work in order to be able to play the game. But it's just that they walk in asking for more work because they're interested in, I mean, ultimately, yes, they want to play the game, but you get a whole lesson or reviews through it. So yes, it's not easy, but the more you use it, it becomes friendlier, right? And then at some point, you're like, how did I go about my day without using a lot of the stuff? And one of the things with the district is that they give us just an array of things for us to use.
Yeah. We try to learn it and then pass it around. So now that makes us learn a lot. And talking about quizzes, I don't know if you've discovered a lot of different new things that are happening, not only in quizzes, but on a lot of different apps. Have you heard about what it's out there calling the AI, the artificial intelligence boom that is happening everywhere?
I have heard it. I've heard it through like some coworkers and the students especially. They're like, Miss, do you know that you can do? And that is one thing I haven't tackled because it does sound a little scary. But the kids will tell you, yes. I mean, it's very interesting. Yes.
Trust me, you'll be impressed, especially the differentiating instruction.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be, so whenever you want us to reach to like come and show you, Debbie can reach out, myself, Marco, we've done some trainings on it. We're still learning because it's ever changing. There's so much to it. It's about how you talk to the chat bot, but there's some specific areas that, like for example in quizzes, that it just helps you create it within, already built in Canva. I'm like, you can create images just by typing a text in it, and it's amazing. So one of the things that we've been delving on, my favorite part of one of the chatbots is telling it to create level readers. So like at a grade level, but at 3 different reading levels for the students. So for you, I think that will be really good. If you have some students that are already readers, but they're not at level, you can bring it down to the level and it creates it like that. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. So try it out. Your CIT should be doing a training in March on Microsoft Copilot, which is one of the AI tools out there. So if you get a chance, go to her training and check out those AI tools, because like Val said, I think it will really help. And it really helps as a teacher. It's like your own personal assistant. You can ask it anything and it generates, for you.
It gives the answer.
Mm-hmm. Like those emails that you might have to send to parents.
Yes.
Perfect. You can tell them, I need to tell this to that, and then make it, boom. It does it automatically.
Make it sound nice.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. If you have something hard to say, it helps you know how to say it,
and
in a nice way.
That's the interesting part, because I am very fluent in Spanish, but it always seems that when I need to communicate with a parent, my Spanish just flies out the window. And I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to be using here? I'll look forward to that.
Yeah, and it does it in Spanish as well, Yesenia. I'm like, it's super fluent.
That it is. Well, Yesenia, we appreciate you being here with us today and taking your time. And congratulations on being our Innovator of the Month for January. We like what you're doing and using technology. And I like what you said, like you can't, like, what would we do without technology? You think back to the time now, our day includes some kind of technology. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything, final thoughts that you want to share with us?
No, other than thank you, because I know it's the group, it's you, that particular group technology, you all keep us afloat. I know there's times where I'm like, help. And I know, Debbie, I know I've reached out to you because it's like, how do I, work with this, or how do I get access to that? And it's a quick turnaround. Again, like you said, technology, it's everywhere. And yes, sometimes it's scary, but we have to face it and learn it. And then the fact that we have that professional development on a constant, that we can log in and learn it, it's amazing. Pretty good.
Awesome. Well, you go and have a fabulous day. We appreciate you being here, and we'll look forward to seeing you at other trainings and around school.
Yes, it was so nice meeting you in person, and we are so proud of you.
Thank you. Marco, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Yesenia.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye, Yesenia. Take care.
Hopefully your building's open now.
Yes, hopefully. Oh, and then also you can see a lot of our recordings for our trainings on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel where everything that we train or we record, it's already in there. So feel free to go and check it out and share with all your teachers.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Have a great training.
Yes.